Hello. Okay, so here we go, reading from John again, the book of John from the Bible. And we just finished some of chapter 7, and now, just, a couple weeks ago was my last time putting one on, but we ended up in chapter 8, I'll start verse 1 again. We just kind of overlap a little bit, but Jesus had just been to the festival, and the people were divided over him, not knowing who he was, not knowing what he was here for. They were confused. And some people believed in him, and some people did not, and they wanted to kill him. They wanted to take him away and drag him to court. So, pick back up, and at the end of chapter 7, it says, "Then they all went home, but Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. At dawn, he appeared again in the temple courts, where all the people gathered around him, and he sat down to teach them. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman caught in adultery. They made her stand before the group and said to Jesus, 'Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now what do you say?' They were using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him. But Jesus bent down and started to write on the ground with his finger. When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, 'Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her.' Again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. At this, those who heard began to go away, one at a time, the older ones first, until only Jesus was left, with the woman still standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, 'Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?' 'No one, sir,' she said. 'Then neither do I condemn you,' Jesus declared. 'Go now and leave your life of sin.'" So, that was chapter 8, verses 1 through 11. And what an amazing story. Some of you probably heard that one before. Some of you, maybe it's the first time. But kind of crazy to think about the Jewish law and how they were commanded to stone people who committed adultery. That sounds absolutely barbaric, and rightfully so. So there's a talking point right there if you want to talk about it. You can find me on Facebook. But also just the fact that Jesus did not follow the law in that way. And part of the reason for that, I believe, is because he is the only one who was perfect and sin-free. And so he had the right to choose not to judge her. And because he knew he was going to go pay for that woman's sins on the cross very shortly after. So he had the right to forgive her. And he did, which is amazing. And then because of him, that woman was saved from that. And then he challenged her, go now and leave your life of sin. Like, here's another chance. Turn away. Follow God. Give up your life and give it to him. So, yeah. That's that.